ceremony for Bowie State University Department of Nursing. And we will start with the processional of the honorees.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Walking out of slavery into all that God has planned for me. Chains are falling at my feet. Moving forward now, I see my past can't go with me as I step into my destiny now. We walk to freedom. What we see right now, we'll never see again. As we cross over to your problem, our past behind us. Nothing can stop us now. As we cross over to your promise. Hey, who I was before I leave. There's so much more. There is so much more waiting for the falling at my feet. I'm moving forward now. I see past can't go with me as I step into my destiny. As I step into my destiny now. Come on, lift it up together. Say, we walk to freedom. What we see right now, we'll never see again. Hey, as we cross over to your promise, our past is gone, y'all. Behind us, nothing can stop us now. We cross over to your promise. As we cross over to your promise. Go ahead, come on. It's time to cross over out of the grave, back into life from under shame. Into your light, there are no chains. On the other side, we're crossing over. Out of the grave, back into life from under shame. Into your light, there are no chains. On the other side, we're crossing over. I feel Jesus in the room. Out of the grave, back into life from under shame. Into your light, there are no chains.
All right. The graduates may be reseated. Greetings again, our guests. I am Dr. Berthel Archie, an assistant professor here in the Department of Nursing at Bowie State. And we are in the celebratory mode of our recognition pinning ceremony. And so it is my pleasure to formally welcome you on behalf of Dr. Hill, our faculty and staff, to this wonderful recognition pinning ceremony. In the audience, I see some of our clinical partners, advisory board members, and other supporters who may have come to celebrate with us, and I know who you have come to celebrate with us. Will you just stand and be acknowledged as we just extend to you our appreciation? Those that are with the advisory board, with our clinical preceptors, and so forth and so on. If you are in the audience, please stand and be acknowledged. All of our supporters. Thank you very much. Okay. The pinning ceremony is a time-honored tradition for schools of nursing dating back to 1860s, which started with whom, students? Florence Nightingale? Florence Nightingale, absolutely. According to the Museum of Nursing History, the Nightingale School of Nursing at St. Thomas Hospital in London designed and awarded a badge that was called the Maltese Cross that was presented to students who completed their nursing program. Bowie State University Department of Nursing celebratory events represents a rite of passage symbolizing that the nursing students who have completed all educational requirements now are prepared to sit for the national exam. And what exam is that, students, graduates? What? Absolutely. The national exam is the National Council of Licensure Examination for Registered Nurses, commonly known as sitting for the NCLEX exam. Now, greetings will be brought in this order. First by the chair of the Department of Nursing of Bowie State Department, Dr. Jacqueline J. Hill, followed by remarks from my president, President Aminta H. Bro, our provost and vice president of academic affairs, Dr. Carl B. Goodman, and the interim dean of College of Professional Studies by Dr. Cheryl Blackman, in that order. And so I will step away and invite, in that order, to come to the podium and share remarks. I will be returning shortly. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Department of Nursing's Fall 22 Penning and Recognition Ceremony. Tonight, we celebrate our students by penning them with their nurse's pen and honoring them for their accomplishments while matriculating through the program. Students, thank you for coming to Bowie to pursue your Bachelor's of Science in Nursing degree, also known as a BSN. Thanks also for choosing a profession that desperately needs you, especially with the shortage of nurses it is experiencing. Your contributions to the profession can make a significant difference in those who need you the most. You have chosen a profession that 81% of Americans deemed as the most honest and ethical profession for the 20th year, according to the Gallup Poll's 2022 survey. Thank you for persevering through COVID, where you had to quickly switch from an in-person learning environment to a virtual one and then back in person again. As you have grown through this unprecedented journey, we applaud you and know you are destined for greater things as future Bowie nurses. The next step in your journey is to prepare for NCLEX and pass it so that you can become licensed registered nurses. Our goal is for your class to obtain a 100% pass rate. And we know you can do it because you have been given all of the resources to be successful. All you have to do is continue to study, prepare for the exam, and keep the faith. As our theme song says, in our race to excellence. Congratulations, we are proud of you. Thank you.
Good evening. Good evening. We need a little bit more energy in this place. This is a celebration, isn't it? Yes. All right now, good evening. And welcome to Bowie State University. I am Aminta Bro, the 10th president, the very proud 10th president of Bowie State University. And I'm truly deeply honored to be with you this evening to see these outstanding students march on through their journey and racing to excellence. And so it's indeed my pleasure to welcome you here this evening to celebrate their achievements. And I did hear Dr. Hill give a little hint on that song. I don't know anyone in the audience if you know that song, but I think we need to say that phrase once again Students, what is the phrase of the song? Ain't no. And what else? We're on the move. We can do better than that. Once again. That's what I want to hear. Give them a round of applause. I do want, before I continue on, let me take this moment out to thank Dr. Jacqueline Hill for her outstanding leadership. Dr. Hill came on board at Bowie State University just as the pandemic was beginning. And she's still with us, and she's still smiling, and she's still Bowie Bulldog strong and Bowie bold. Please give her another round of applause. Also leading the way is our dean, the interim dean of the College of Professional Studies, Dr. Cheryl Blackman. I'll ask her to stand so we may acknowledge her at this time. And heading up academic affairs is our chief academic officer, our provost and vice president for academic affairs, Dr. Carl Goodman. I would especially like to welcome back to Bowie State University, and you'll soon hear from her, our alumna, Stacy Santiago. She will be speaking with you shortly, but you know how the saying goes around here, once a bulldog, always a bulldog. And so we truly welcome her back. We're so glad to see her, and we look forward to hearing from you in just a short while. Please give her a round of applause. For more than 150 years, Bowie State University has been committed to empowering a diverse population of students to reach their highest potential through innovative academic programs and transformational learning experiences. We equip our students with an entrepreneurial mindset, no matter what their field. And upon graduation, they are ready to emerge as leaders in a rapidly changing global society. At BSU, we are racing to excellence and striving each day to uphold the 3 priorities of the strategic plan that is named Racing to Excellence. Our top priorities are academic excellence, student success, and the long-term viability of the institution. And because of the hard work and dedication of our faculty, staff, and students, Bowie State University now ranks among the top 20 HBCUs in the country. We are among the nation's top 5 producers in the top 5 in Maryland universities for graduating African Americans with bachelor's degrees in STEM, including in nursing, biology, computer and information sciences, and we are racing to excellence. Our faculty and student researchers are working on cutting-edge technology and creating new methodologies to address the critical social and political issues of our time. And the work underway in the Department of Nursing aligns with those goals. Over the last year, the department has realized tremendous growth and success. Department Chair Jacqueline Hill was honored as one of Maryland's top women by the Daily Record. Yes. And by now, I hope you know, the department received full accreditation from the Accreditation Commission for Education in Nursing, or ASIN, and graduates have obtained an 81% pass rate on the NCLEX. That deserves a round of applause. Soon-to-be graduates, as you prepare to leave Bowie State University and walk into the healthcare facilities across our great nation, know that you will contribute significantly to the nursing workforce in a time of increasing need, especially with the uptick in flu cases, respiratory illnesses, COVID, and so much more that's facing and challenging our world. In fact, the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics predicts that more than 275 nurses will be needed by 2030. The career you have chosen will give you many opportunities to bring change to the world, and your lessons and experiences in BSU's nursing department, know that you have been prepared well, and you are prepared to meet the needs great and small. Nurses not only ease the pain of the sick, but they give hope to their patients and inspire them to greater health and well-being. And so know today and each day as you go forward, we are so very proud of you, our Bulldogs, for all that you have achieved thus far, and know that we know there's so much more that you will achieve in your bright future ahead. And again, honorees, congratulations on all of your achievements. And all I have to say at this point is I can't wait to see you go across that stage on Thursday. My Bowie Bulldog, bold Bulldogs, give yourselves a round of applause. Congratulations, and thank you to the family and friends for all the support you have given to these outstanding graduates. Congratulations to each and every one of you. Thank you, and let's have a celebration tonight.
Good evening, everyone. As the Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs, today's event is a special event. I have had the opportunity really to go through several different academic excellent opportunities throughout this great university, and the pinning ceremony is among the very top. And so I definitely want to congratulate our 13 graduates for a special moment in terms of you about to grow across that stage on Thursday. So I'm looking forward to meeting each and every one of you. When I look at nursing and the profession of nursing, it is one of the most well-respected professions throughout this world. I have a special touch in terms of nurses in particular because I have a special loved one who actually I had lost a couple of weeks ago. And just to see the respect that the hospice nurses and the nurses overall in terms of taking care of one of my loved ones was just an amazing. The fact that my mother and my sisters and my brothers and my nieces and nephews interacting with those individuals says a lot in terms of just the love, the care, and just the gentle spirit that they had in terms of making sure that everyone in my family was well supported, knowing that as we lost a great one in my family, that again, we all were happy in terms of how we were able to deal with the loss of our loved one. And I know that when I look at you all in terms of the care and the respect and the education that we have given you at Bowie State University, I know that we have created a new generation of healthcare workers that I know we'll be very, very proud of, right? I also want to give special thanks to our wonderful and outstanding faculty and staff in the Department of Nursing. Please stand for just a little moment. Thank you. As President Breaux mentioned, in terms of being the Chief Academic Officer at Bowie State University, I have an opportunity to interact with about 19 different departments. And I want to say, Dr. Hill, Dean Blackman, thank you for all the energy and the efforts you've done really to have this great opportunity to really make this department one of the best departments we have here at Bowie State University. So I congratulate you all. And last, I want to thank all of our supporters out there for our Department of Nursing. We know that we could not have done a lot of the great successes that President Breaux had just mentioned earlier, the wonderful things we're doing here without your support and your dedication in terms of reducing the next generation of outstanding nurses. So I want to thank you all as well. So I leave our graduates with just a little words of wisdom. Again, I want to say always keep true to who you are, continue to provide that care that you know in terms of your profession that I know is out there and waiting for you, and wish you all the best. And thank you for supporting and being a part of Bowie State University. Congratulations.
Well, good evening, everyone. Good evening. I'm Cheryl Blackman. I'm the Interim Dean of the College of Professional Studies, and it is my pleasure to be with you this evening on this special occasion. And as I look at these young people on the stage, don't they already look the part? And I'm sure they're looking forward to graduation on Thursday. And I want to say congratulations to you, graduates, this class of December 2022. This is quite an accomplishment. And by completing your degree, you've reached an important milestone in your journey. And you are now ready to take on the next stages in your professional career, okay, of becoming a nurse. Okay? Now you can put into practice what you've learned, face challenges along the way, and you know that you are always needed nursing is one of the most noble professions that we have in society. And I can say that I've watched through the years. I have two siblings that were nurses. And they have shown me the kindness and the caring that so many patients really expect from you as nurses. So I hope that you will continue to go in that way to thrive and to do your best when you have your patients. Okay? Now, I know you've had a very rigorous academic program here in the nursing department, and you were successful because you were diligent, you did all that hard work, and you were determined. Okay? So as you go on, I want you to take time. Take time to thank those people who supported you throughout this program. First of all, say a big thank you to the faculty and staff in the nursing department. Okay? You know, they instructed you, they pulled you up when you needed that, they gave you that push when you needed it. Many of them mentored you, and they have guided you to this point. And remember, you also should take time to thank your family and friends and peers that have supported you along the way. So as you receive your pin today, it should always remind you that you are soon to be a care provider. And not only that, but you should be an advocate for your patients. You are called to serve with dignity, caring, and respect, no matter what the circumstance would be. And we need nurses, especially today, with everything that's happening. So best wishes to you as you continue to grow in this most important occupation. Congratulations on your achievement. And lastly, I want to say congratulations to everyone in the Department of Nursing for the great job you are doing in getting our students to this point. Thank you for your dedication and your teamwork, which resulted in another successful class. Graduates, lastly, on Thursday, you will make a pledge as a BSU alum. Do not forget BSU, but remember to give back in some way so that your peers and those who follow after you will achieve the same success that you have. Again, heartiest congratulations to all of you. Thank you.
Do we have outstanding leadership? There's so much that I could have said about our department chair, our outstanding president of this great university, as well as the provost and as well as the interim dean. But they have said it all, just by their presence and supporting the Department of Nursing and helping us to achieve the milestones that we have. If I were to take some time and to share with you just a tidbit of what I would like to have you know about what they have done to bring this about, as well as move the entire university forward, I think you would just say, Dr. Archie, just hold. We understand they are one of a kind. Thank you. Let's give them another round of applause. Woo-hoo! Yes. Let's hear it. Love them. Really do. We are continuing with our program with the introduction of the fall class of 2022 with a brief walk down memory lane PowerPoint, a PowerPoint that will share just a bit of the journey that these students have experienced. And I just want to share with you that this was spearheaded by Ms. Angelina Grace Nelson and assisted by Mr. Brian Sy and Ms. Deborah N. Wareham. And so following their PowerPoint presentation on Walk Down Memory Lane, we will have student reflections that will proceed to, we will have the student reflections followed by Dr. Hill coming forward to introduce our great keynote speaker who will bring the graduate address, and then I will return to you. So at this time, if we could have Walk Down Memory Lane, the journey of the students.
some production. So our guest speaker tonight once sat where you all are sitting, which is why we're so honored to have her. So she has an extensive bio, but I will read it word for word, just so you can see how it's such an honor to have such an esteemed speaker to come and speak with us. Stacy Santiago, a board-certified family nurse practitioner who graduated from the University of Alabama BSN program, started her nursing career in 2004 as a travel nurse, caring for a diverse population of patients. In 2010, to further advance her nursing practice and prepare her to now manage and prescribe the plan of care for her patients, she graduated as a family nurse practitioner from Bowie State University, as I refer to as the Bowie State University. Throughout her nursing career, Stacy has seen firsthand the disparities underserved patient populations have faced. In 2011, she developed what is now known as the Nurse Practitioner Group, LLC, which at its inception employed 2 nurse practitioners, seeing patients at a small office in Northern Virginia. The group has grown to a multidisciplinary medical network of over 800 providers, including nurse practitioners, physicians, audiologists, and psychologists. These individuals perform assessments in over 35 cities across 20-plus states. Stacy is a wife and mother of 2 daughters. Her parents migrated from Jamaica before her birth and set a firm example of the benefits of working hard and staying grounded. Strength tops the list of her many standout qualities. She perseveres through challenging scenarios and sees the big picture easily, even with very little to go on. She is naturally creative and sensitive to the inequalities that impact her community, not just nationally, but locally in her backyard. She supports multiple local organizations, specifically schools, taking a special interest in helping families with autistic children. She created White Coats and Cocktails, a platform for medical professionals to network. The platform is much more than a social gathering. It provides space for medical professionals to collaborate and recognize and honor local members of the community who have made an impact in their field or profession. She also has an online community called Rich and is the owner of Posh Hydration and Wellness Infusion Center. Stacy is an active member of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated and uses that platform to further her community involvement. Within her local chapter, she serves on the Health Committee, which hosts events to engage members of the community around topics of mental health awareness and women's health, including heart disease prevention and breast cancer awareness and screening access. Ladies and gentlemen, students, please join me in welcoming our esteemed guest speaker, Ms. Stacy Santiago.
Wow. What a full circle moment. Thank you for that warm introduction, Dr. Hill. I do want to also say thank you to Mr. Kenny Duval and the Bowie State University Nursing Department for having me tonight. As I stand here on this stage and look at y'all's faces, it is extremely emotional just to know that I actually sat in those very seats that you're sitting in right now. And forgive me, y'all, because I'm going to have to talk to them. It's very personal for me because although I didn't get my undergraduate degree here, I got my graduate degree from Bowie State. And we had a small class like this, and I know how emotional and how excited and how much gratitude you have right now to be in this moment. Also, the relief. I just want you to take a moment. I want you to take a moment, and I want you to be in this moment. I want you to feel all the feels, and I want you to relish in your accomplishments because this is a big deal. Remember when they said you couldn't do it? I don't know what it is about going to nursing school, but there's so many naysayers. because a lot of people want to become something, especially in this generation after 2020. A lot of people want to become nurses. It's not easy. Remember when you got that low test score in med-surg? What was it, a 69? This is for them, y'all, I'm sorry. Did you get a 69 in chemistry? And you had no idea. Some of you sitting on this stage at one point had no idea you'd be sitting here, and look at you. You're on this stage. Somebody say, ain't no stopping us now. I am not going to stand here after that long bio and talk about the many accomplishments my group and myself have done over the past decade. But what I am going to do, well, before I do anything, I need to tap in with you guys. This is your pinning ceremony. How are y'all sitting up here all serious? How are you feeling tonight? I mean, seriously, on a scale from 1 to 10, 10 being amazing, by a show of hands, how do you really feel right now? You're at okay, good. I just want to tap in, make sure that you guys are feeling good, because this is about you. I'm not going to sit here and tell you about our accolades and all the things that we've done, because we've done an enormous amount of work over the past decade. As I said, I was prepared by Bowie State University, and there's quite a few Bowie State University graduates working with the nurse practitioner group. I'm very proud of that. In fact, one of our main offices is right here across the street from Bowie Town Center. But again, I deflect. We're not going to talk about how amazing those things are. We are going to talk about how I got to be where I am right now. And I like to call them my 3 O's. You ready? These are the 3 O's I say are the key to success. The first O is outwork. The second one is outperform. The third O is outwit. I'm not going to talk about all of them, because I have some favorites of the 3 O's, believe it or not. You would think, okay, outwit. When I graduated from Bowie State University, I worked for a very popular retail clinic. And I was doing sports physicals. I was spending 12 hours a day there. I had just graduated, and I also had a child, and I really wanted to spend more time with that child. And I thought to myself, how can I maximize my time at home with my family? Because you have other goals. There's nursing, but there's other goals that you want to accomplish in life. And the outwit got put there because I decided to go out on my own where these retail clinics did not exist, which were in my neighborhood. And I started doing sports physicals for 4 hours a day and charging the patients half the price. And I made the same amount of money in one day and less time. You have to be able to outwit. That means not only be smarter, but be more creative. Outworking is easy. And I'm not here to support burnout culture. I'm not saying you should go out there and start working 16-hour shifts 5 days a week, which I've done that too. And in this generation, I guess we can't even speak on that because nursing is so different than it was. But I'm not here to say outwork as into burn yourself out. But success looks very easy on social media. It really does. It takes a lot of outworking your competition. You've got to be able to wake up earlier, stay up later. Right now, the nurse practitioner group does not have a 1-800 number. We do not have an answering service. It is something that is, I guess, remarkable because the company's pretty big. You would think that there'd be someone answering the phone. No, it's actually me and my COO answering the phone 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Outperform. Okay, this one is my favorite, so I really want you to pay attention. I like to say opportunity dances with those that are on the dance floor. It's a saying that I absolutely love. Again, opportunity dances with those that are on the dance floor. Right now, you are on the dance floor. Do y'all remember Dancing with the Stars? So when you see dancers perform, it's after hours and hours of practice. You don't get to witness the work. What you're seeing is the performance. So when FEMA calls the nurse practitioner group and says, I need 150 nurses in 24 hours or we will no longer work with you, the nurse practitioner group has been able to perform. And we've had nurses on the ground in the pandemic and vaccinated almost 6 million people. So outperforming might be the one I want you to be able to put a pin in, because being able to do the work is one thing, but you have to be ready to perform in order to become successful. Those are my 3 O's, and you can apply them to just about anything that you're trying to accomplish. But speaking of accomplishments, today is your pinning ceremony. And although it's a monumentous occasion, it is not the finale. Thursday's not even the finale. Have you ever guys watched a relay race? Have you ever seen a relay race? You know, I know you guys have heard Nipsey Hussle say, success is a marathon. I'm gonna challenge that. Nope, I'd say it's more of a relay race. A relay race is an event where a team of 4 athletes run equal predetermined distances in a sprint, each of them passing a rod-like object, a baton, to the next person to get to the next step. I think a relay race is the ultimate example of what you're going through right now. In a relay race, a runner can be disqualified if he or she drops the baton or switches lanes. Success is nothing like a marathon. Because guess what? Right now, you're being passed the baton. That's what it is. And it's up to you to grab it. Grab the baton and run to NCLEX. That's the goal. Somebody say, ain't no stopping us now. We're on the move. Today, you're receiving your pin, and I want you to think about it as your baton. It's up to you to go to the next level. Graduation is great, but that's not what makes you a nurse. All the other disciplines get to graduate and be what they're supposed to be at that time, not us. We've got that daunting NCLEX, or as nurse practitioners, you have a board. I don't want to take away from how amazing this moment is, because it really is. I just want you to keep the momentum as in a relay race. Right now, you have the momentum of your teammates, who are your classmates, your parents, the faculty and staff, myself, you have me. I need you to take this momentum, and I need you to take boards within 3 to 6 weeks. They know. Well, I wasn't expecting that, but no, but those are the nurses that understand this moment is special and this moment is important, but the grand moment is that letter that says you've passed boards. In the spirit of our theme, which I love so much, ain't no stopping us now, we're on the move, I would like to pass another baton. Latasha, my COO, is here. This is a little bit of a surprise. I'd like you to come to the stage, Latasha Baxter. Yeah. And also Dr. Hill and Mr. Duval, Mr. Kenny Duval, if you can come. Kenny has been instrumental to my success when I was a nursing student here at Bowie State University, and I really appreciate that. So, in the spirit of ain't no stopping us now, she didn't know anything about this, everybody, and also to hand another baton. This is why I say success has nothing to do with a marathon and everything to do with a relay race. What we will not do is drop the baton. So I'm going to hand over another baton. And on the behalf of Bowie State University and the Nurse Practitioner Group, in honor of the class of 2022, this is the class of 2022's dedication. This is your baton that you're passing on to the next nursing students. The Nurse Practitioner Group is going to donate $5,000 scholarship. To the School of Nursing. Come on, Doc, come on. Because we want to help you carry the baton all the way to the finish line. We will not drop the baton on you guys. We will not drop the baton, and neither will you guys. So in honor of Bowie State University's nursing department and the Nurse Practitioner Group, this scholarship is dedicated to the class of 2022. I just wanted to say thank you, and now you guys are passing a baton to the nursing students that are gonna come behind you and crush it, because you guys are gonna crush NCLEX in the next 3 to 6 weeks. And if you need any support in passing that test, you guys will have my personal cell phone number, and I guarantee your success. Guarantee it. Thank y'all so much. Congratulations again.
Well, don't worry, I gotta actually do it the right way I learned. Thank you. Wow, this is how you do it, huh? This is what you call a keynote speaker. Woo! And you know, what was the title of her presentation tonight? Look on your program. Ain't no stopping us now, right? We have to bring up a little music on that. Let's rock the house. Come on your feet. Come on, students, get up. Come on. Woo! Come on. Let's jam a little while. Woo!
There's been so many things that's held us down, but now it looks like things are finally coming around. I know
maybe I ought to have our chair come out here and lead us. Come on, Dr. Hill. Come on, Dr. Hill. Come on.
We're putting our show together. We're polishing up our act. If you've ever been held down before, I know you refuse to be held down anymore. Don't you let nothing stand in your way. I want you to listen to every word I say.
Come on, Dr. Please.
Ain't no stopping us now. We're on the move. Ain't no stopping us now. We've got the groove. Ain't no stopping us now. We're on the move. I know. Ain't no stopping us now.
All right.
We've got the groove. We got it.
All right. Woo!
I know you know someone that has a negative vibe.
That's how you follow up with an outstanding keynote speaker, right? Doctor? Okay, at this time, we would like to continue with our program. The Undergraduate Student Peer Awards is presented by Ms. Angelina Grace Nelson and Ms. Eliza Buon. They will come forward and present the peer awards that will be followed by the student peer awards are going to be followed by, repeating that, with asking Dr. Wilkes if you would come to the stage and present the academic awards. So in that order. May we have the peer awards and then the academic awards. Please come forward.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, everyone.
I'm Angelina, and I have the honor to announce 2 of our peer-to-peer awards. followed by Eliza. She'll announce the two latter. So, first award I have the honor to present is the Warmest Stethoscope Award. This award recognizes the scholar with the kindest heart, the one who you can always expect to be on the positive side. No matter what this program has thrown their way, they manage to face every obstacle with a smile. The recipient of this award is, drum roll please, Eliza! The next award that I have the honor of presenting. This award recognizes the scholar who's always there when you need them. Failing behind on your studies, not sure what the next assignment is? Don't worry. You can always count on this scholar to help you get on the right track. The recipient of this award is Kaylin Boone.
Good evening again. I'm Eliza Vaughn, and I'm for a year is one knows the way, the scholar is no stranger Angelina Grace now sings. I also have the honor to present recipient of this award goes to Brian Paulo Thank you.
Rose will come forward and present the academic awards. She's the undergraduate program coordinator. And Dr. Hill will greet those that receive the awards.
Good evening, everyone. You know, all of our students have achieved. They have done extremely well. And so we congratulate all of you.
May I make just one modification?
Yes.
We would also like to invite Dr. Bro, Dr. Blackman, and also the provost to come and join us as we greet those that are receiving the academic awards.
Yes, so there are some of some of them have achieved a little bit more academically, and so we're going to acknowledge them at this time. The first award is the Student of Distinction Award. The Student of Distinction Award is presented to the undergraduate student who has distinguished themselves in clinical nursing practice, academic achievement, leadership, and professional or community services during their entire tenure in the BSU nursing program. The Student of Distinction Award goes to Angelina Grace Nelson. The next award is the Pioneer in Nursing Award. The Pioneer in Nursing Award is presented to the undergraduate student who, in the opinion of the faculty, has persevered in completing all requirements for the degree despite personal and professional challenges. The Pioneer in Nursing Award goes to Kaylin N. Boone. Pardon me, I had a little slip on the floor of the awards, so please bear with me. It's coming up, Kaylin. The next award is the Outstanding Academic Development Award. The Outstanding Academic Development Award is presented to the undergraduate student who, in the opinion of the faculty, demonstrated academic growth and progress throughout their academic studies. The Pioneer in Nursing Award, the Outstanding Academic Development Award, let me just say it again, pardon me. The Outstanding Academic Development Award is presented to the undergraduate student who, in the opinion of the faculty, demonstrated academic growth and progress throughout their academic studies. The Outstanding Academic Development Award goes to Brian Paulo C. The next award is the Florence Nightingale Award. In the opinion of the faculty, this award is presented to the student who has exemplified the application of the most caring nursing behaviors toward his or her patients or clients. The Florence Nightingale Award, Florence Nightingale, of course, lived from 1820 to 1910, was a British nurse, social reformer, statistician, and researcher. Known as the founder of modern nursing, she was often called the Lady with the Lamp because she would enter the soldiers' wards at night with a lantern in her hand and attend to their physical and psychological needs. The Florence Nightingale Award goes to Eliza Altarez Buwan. The next award is the Mary Elizabeth Mahoney Award, presented to the student who reported that they're the first one in their family to complete a Bachelor of Science in Nursing degree. Mary Elizabeth Mahoney, who lived from 1845 to 1926, was the first African American to graduate from the nursing school at New England Hospital for Women and Children in 1879 at the age of 34. She is known not only for her outstanding personal career, but also for her exemplary contributions to local and national professional organizations. Mahoney inspired both nurses and patients with her calm, quiet efficiency and untiring compassion. We have several recipients of this award. The first one goes to Kaylin N. Boone. The next Mary Elizabeth Mahoney Award goes to Eliza Altarez Buan. The next Mary Elizabeth Mahoney Award goes to Amber T. Johnson. The next Mary Elizabeth Mahoney Award goes to George Provido. The next Mary Elizabeth Mahoney Award goes to Tristana Saunders. And the final Mary Elizabeth Mahoney Award goes to Brian Paolo Sai. Oh no. The next award is the Certificate of Excellence in Nursing Specialty. This award is presented to an undergraduate student who demonstrated both theoretical and clinical excellence in caring, compassion, critical thinking, leadership, and professionalism in a specialty area. The Certificate of Excellence in Nursing Specialty Award goes to Kaylin N. Boone. The final award is the Academic Excellence Award. The Academic Excellence Award is presented to an undergraduate student who has achieved and maintained the highest cumulative grade point average during their academic studies in the BSU nursing program. The Academic Excellence Award goes to Eliza Altarez Buan. That will be presented to her at a later time. Yes. Congratulations again, awardees. Thank you.
This is another great part of the program to see how our students have excelled and for them to receive all of those great awards. So I'm so proud of you. We are so proud of you. Let's give them another round of applause. Okay. So continuing with our program, and if you're following along with me, Bowie State University Department of Nursing has a Student Nurses Association, and Dr. Cordelia Obazoba is the chairperson of that association, and she was unable to be with us tonight, so we send well wishes to Dr. Obazoba. However, we have remarks coming from Ms. Brenda Drayton Hayes. Ms. Vicki, did she arrive? Okay, all right, you're here. Okay, would you come forward, please? We are going to receive remarks from Ms. Brenda Drayton Hayes, who is the Vice President of Lambda Phi Chapter Incorporated of Chi Eta Phi Sorority Incorporated. And I'm pleased to welcome my soror and others to bring remarks regarding our Beta chapter. Please step forward. Thank you.
Good evening, everybody. Good evening. Anybody that's been here for the past 16 years, when I stand here, that is just not good enough. Good evening, everybody. This is a joyous occasion. I want to take the opportunity, and my name is Brenda Drayton Hayes. I'm one of the original sponsors, along with my partner, Vicki Briggins, who's sitting in the audience. We have been here with this chapter, Lambda Phi Beta, of Chi Eta Phi Sorority Incorporated. We are of the graduate chapter, Lambda Phi Chapter Incorporated of Chi Eta Phi Sorority Incorporated. We are registered nurses. It is an organization of registered nurses. Our motto is service for humanity. And there are a lot of nurses in this room tonight. I have heard a lot of things tonight. If you are not a member, if you want to be a member, they call for the altar call, and I know I've got my 2 minutes, I'm gonna stick with it. If you're not, say it, Vicki, because that's what I was getting ready to say. By all means, and if it's 10 years, we were here when you were here. Reach out and talk to us, because this is what we do and this is what we're about. I'm standing here right now with one of the undergraduate sponsors, Sherry Hayes, and us being here tonight is a rite of passage for any of our seniors who are graduating, who not only do everything that they do, but they also take the time to do their service for humanity and work in the community and help other people and still make it to this stage tonight. So without further ado, the name that you've heard so much tonight surprised us as well. Come on up, sweetie. Kaylin Boone. The name that we have heard so much tonight. We are very proud of you. We are very proud of you. You know, once you pass your boards, you know what you got to do, okay? So once again, thank you very much to all the members of Chi Eta Phi. Thank you very much to the nursing faculty, Bowie State, for allowing us to do this. To the graduates, 1 shot, 1 kill. You pass it on first go. Congratulations.
Thank you, Ms. Brenda Drayton Hayes. As we proceed with the program, we're entering a very solemn aspect of the program in that we will have Mr. Brian Sy bring forth the symbolism, share information on the symbolism of the BSN nursing pin, and that will be followed by the ceremonial pinning of the undergraduates. And I'm going to ask Dr. Marianne Moore if she will come forward and pin undergraduates. And I'm going to ask also if the leadership will come forward again and greet the graduates as they receive their pin. So if Dr. Bro, Dr. Hill, Dr. Goodman, and Dr. Blackman, would you please come forward again as the graduates receive their pin. Dr. Moore, please.
Miss Gall is coming up too. Miss Gall.
They didn't rehearse. Okay, and Miss Gall, please. Okay. I will, okay, go ahead, please. No,
Hello. Good evening, everyone. So I'll be presenting the BSN nursing pin, symbolism. I'm Brian Sy, by the way. The pinning ceremony is symbolic of a rite of passage, which signals the transition from student nurse to a professional nurse. The School of Nursing pin is a mark of distinction, rich in history and meaning. It can be traced back to the concept of heraldry, which is the system of devising and granting insignias for coats of arms. The wearing of the school pin is a unique way of recognizing school affiliation. The pin denotes nursing excellence and service to others. It signifies acceptance of the responsibility of the practice of nursing and the educational preparation of the wearer. The Bowie State University nursing pin insignia was designed historically by students and faculty to represent the challenges and achievements of the nursing profession. The BS on the insignia was the original degree awarded to RN students. The students are currently in the traditional nursing program, and the insignia is BSN. The Bowie State University's flame logo atop the book denotes the flame of faith and the torch of truth that is reflected in the Bowie State University alma mater. The double circle represents continual progression and feedback, which students engaged in as they completed school requirements. The flow of arches surrounding the pin represents student diverse cultures, gender, and other characteristics, which fulfill the mission of Bowie State University. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Brian Sy. I'm going to also ask Dr. Marianne Moore if she would come forward. She and Ms. Rhonda Gall will be pinning our honorees tonight. I'm going to ask Ms. Gall if she would pin the first 6, and Dr. Moore if she would pin the latter 5. I will call the names. The student will step forward as they are familiar with. The first one to come forward would be Ms. Kaylin N. Boone to be pinned. Secondly, Ms. Eliza Braun. Next would be Ms. Deborah N. Warren. Followed by Ms. Amber Johnson. And Ms. Angelina Grace Nelson. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm okay. And of the And of the first 6 is Tracy Lima James. Ready to go out. I would ask Dr. Moore to replace Ms. Rhonda Ball, who will assist with the latter part of the finish. Omalolo, please step forward. George Provito. Mr. Angelo Ruiz. And Miss Miss Cristana. And lastly, but certainly not least, Mr. Thank you very much. Let's give them a nice round of applause. Yes. Okay. Thank you. Wonderful. I would like to invite to the podium Ms. Celicia Little, who will assist the students with reciting the Florence Nightingale Pledge. So if she would come forward and lead the students in the Florence Nightingale Pledge. And then Dr. Hill will return after the students have recited the Florence Nightingale Pledge, and she will present the class, the fall class of 2022, and have some final remarks. I will not be returning. I just want to thank you for this opportunity to serve as your mistress of ceremony. And it's been my great pleasure. Thank you. Woo-hoo. Thank you. So with that, Dr. Little, please come forward.
Everyone, please stand and repeat after me. I solemnly pledge myself before God and in the presence of the assembly to pass my life in purity and to practice my profession faithfully. I will abstain from whatever is deleterious and mischievous and will not take or knowingly administer any harmful drug. I will do all in my power to maintain and elevate the standard of my profession, and will hold in confidence all personal matters committed to my keeping, and all family affairs coming to my knowledge, in the practice of my calling. We pledge to engage in interprofessional collaborative practice with physicians and other healthcare team members to plan and implement individualized, safe, and patient-centered care. Congratulations to each of you. I'm super proud of you. You may be seated.
Wow, what an evening. To our guest speaker, Ms. Santiago, would you come forward, please? Thank you so much for that inspiring message and the gift. We would like to reciprocate by giving you a gift.
Thank you. I love
So
swag.
thank you so
Thank you
much.
so much.
I would like to take this opportunity to also thank our leadership, Dr. Aminta Bro, our president. Dr. Carl Goodman, our provost. Dr. Cheryl Blackman, our interim dean. Thanks also to Dr. Where is she? Archie. That's why she said she wasn't coming back again. For serving as chair, for all what you saw tonight, Dr. As you can see, Dr. Archie is kind of pushy, so, but it's in a good way. So thank you, Dr. Archie, for your leadership as chair of the pinning and recognition ceremony, along with your staff, the people who work with you, Donna Morgan, and the faculty, Ms. Weatherburn. I said I wasn't gonna call names because you mess up when you start calling names, so. And all the ancillary staff, of course, my illustrious faculty, thank you all so much for supporting me in my role. Thank you all. Last but not least, congratulations to this fantastic class of fall 2022. I think I can speak for the department in saying we know you all are going to do great things, and you are going to represent the department well, as well as Bowie. So we look forward to the great things, and you'll be able to come back and be a guest speaker like Ms. Santiago. Okay? But first, you're going to do what? All right. Let's keep our priorities straight, okay? So at this time, we'll ask everyone else to remain seated while we allow our class here to recess. I hear back there telling me something. And so you all remain seated until this class exits the room, and we're going to play our theme song as they march out. And what's our theme song? And then we're going to celebrate out in the foyer for refreshments, with refreshments. Thank you all.